A great unity here at this special location, and we are one single heart and one single voice, and it is indeed a great pleasure to see this. As such, I would like to greet you all cordially. Today, we are here to commemorate our martyrs that were lost on the 15th of July, and we are here to celebrate the victory of democracy that we won on the 15th of July. We are here to crown that. We are under our flag. We are one single state, one nation, and one country. We have this awareness, and we are here to express this out loud. And we are here to once again prove the whole world that we have made sure that there will no longer be coup attempts. Back in 1071, 200,000 soldiers composing the Byzantine army were defeated by the Turks that came from Malazgirt on 1071. And back then, if I become a martyr, then this white gown becomes my last gown, and I will be a martyr. And it is indeed a victory that we win, and it's going to be our future. These were the words of Alparslan, Sultan Alparslan, that had won the victory of Malazgirt, and that was how Islam came to these soils and this earth. What does Arif Nihat Asya say? Mr. Kahraman, Speaker of the Turkish Grand National Assembly, is making a quotation from a poem written by Arif Nihat Asya. This is about the victory of Malazgirt. You have stood against the Crusaders, and you are the grandchildren of Selahaddin Eyyubi that had beaten the Crusaders. You are the grandchildren of Mehmet the Conqueror that conquered Istanbul back in the 15th century. Either I seize Istanbul or Istanbul seizes me. These were the words of Sultan Mehmet the Conqueror. You are the grandchildren of an empire that ruled on 7 seas. You are the grandchildren filled with faith in their chests to leverage this country towards the future. It's indeed a great pleasure to see all colors of my country gathered at this special location, at this venue. Our red flag, we are all under the same flag, and I strongly believe that our friends and allies are happy to see this. We have people coming from all different parts of Anatolia, and this is like a cultural mosaic, and we have representatives of all different corners of our country, and I know that many more people would love to be joining you today. We have been able to come through this great unfortunate event. There were these evil circles and these evil. We were able to join our forces, and we've been able to beat this evil. They opened some schools and special weekend classes, and thus they trained some robotic students, and these became spies, and they then penetrated through different levels of our state, and these may not even be called human beings, and these people, these terrorists, have been responded by our nation. These evil people have been stopped, and some of us became martyrs, and this once again has been the proof that we are the great-grandchildren of great conquerors. I would like to wish all our martyrs rest in peace. May their souls rest in peace. I also would like to express my condolences, and I would like to wish all the best to our veterans and people injured. Hopefully they will get better soon. Turkish Grand National Assembly is the one and only parliament we have, and although it was not actually an office day, on the 15th of July our Grand National Assembly convened and opened as this unfortunate event took place, and we kept our parliament open. The following day we had an extraordinary session, and the 4 political parties represented at the parliament undersigned a declaration showing that our political parties are in favor of democracy and against all sorts of coup attempts. This was a declaration to the whole world. Somehow, the willpower of these people was planned to be seized. However, we stood against that. These lunatics that could not tolerate the willpower of this nation bombarded the parliament being the heart of its people. They bombarded our parliament. Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, our President of the Republic, was then in Marmaris, and from Marmaris he made a declaration and called out to all the people of this country to the squares and city centers. That reminded me a poem of Dranas, the poet. Mr. Kahraman is making a quotation from Dranas' poem. The quotation of the poem continues.
Önden gidene bir kurşun, aldı bayrağı ikincisi ve yiğitlerin en genci düştü sonunda.
This is about a poem of Martyrs.
İnsan doğunca bir defa andırır kırılacak dalı. Ölecektin nasıl olsa, öldün alnından vurulu. Ne toprağa gömülmektir, ne ruhun uçması tenden. Ölüm, ölüm gülerken de bayrak altında ölmek.
This is about martyrdom and death for the nation. With the patriotic security forces and members of the armed forces, we have beaten these perpetrators and the plotters. Thus, we ended the history of coup attempts in this country. There will no longer be such attempts. Our nation, with its experience of democracy and with its enthusiasm, have been able to defeat these terrorists. We have faith in our nation. Hopefully, we will overcome all difficulties in the future with our people. We have some glorious martyrs that we have to commemorate and always remember as we look towards the future. We should not give a chance to the plotters who would like to trick us or trip us. We will make sure that our country is leveraged to the highest level, and we will be together through good times and bad times. We will make sure that we do not serve a certain group of people or certain circles. We will make sure that we will serve all the people of this country. We have such a special geography that we have to dedicate ourselves. We also know that there are millions of people living in other parts of the world, so we should make sure that everyone is proud of this country. We are going to work hand in hand, and we are going to take steps towards the future. We will only salute God and God only, and we will not pray to anyone else but God only. Of course, armed forces that we have is indispensable, and we accept our armed forces as a very special army, and barracks are their venue. When they call out for a war or a battle to defend our country, they will come out of the barracks, and this will be the only occasion. We will continue with our great relationship, and may God protect this great relationship that we have among us. I would once again like to commemorate our martyrs and would like to wish all the best to the veterans. And I also would like to once again recognize the great contribution that our President of the Republic, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, made, as well as our Prime Minister and other representatives of political parties. Hopefully, each and every day we will have in the future will be like a festival of democracy. May God protect you all. Thank you.